MP, I think I already have your name on here. Yes, I do. All right, we're back. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How's it going? So we are here with Passere. Did I say it right this time?
Yes.
No, did I? Okay.
Perfect.
I totally said it right the last time too. Anyway,
We can check that on the
she's
VOD.
she's going to be running. Please don't check. She's going to be running Stray, 100% unrestricted. She's here with Satori Earth on commentary, and I'm going to leave them to it. I'll be back in a little more than an hour. Take it away, y'all.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. Yes, so I'm Passere. Satori, if you want to say hi.
Hello.
And this is going to be Stray, 100% unrestricted. The time is going to start when we start this new save file. So let's just get right into it. It'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, so here we go. And you've probably heard of Stray. It was pretty big for a while. And so now you're gonna see it done really fast.
Up for Game of the Year.
Yeah, it is up for Game of the Year. Make sure to vote. For Stray, for something else. You know, I can't tell you to vote for Stray, but if you want to vote for Stray, please do.
I will. Vote for Stray.
Vote for Stray.
Even if I didn't.
So it starts off, we're here with our friends. We're gonna go say hi to them. Once this little opening cinematic is done.
Yeah, we get some cute interactions before.
Oh wow, it wasn't doing the prompt. Hello? Thank you. This cat doesn't want to play. Have you ever gotten the glitch where this cat doesn't appear? Because I got that once, and the cat just wasn't there.
I can't say I've seen that one, no.
Sometimes you just have fewer friends. It happens.
PC issue, perhaps? I do run PS5, so...
That's true. PC seems kind of unstable sometimes. Anyways, so we have to say hi to all of our friends, and then we're gonna get right into the first skip of the game, which is called Nap Skip, because if you've played this game, you might know what you're supposed to do is go to sleep here with your friends, but we're not gonna do that. So first, how to get that prompt to appear, and then, nope.
Yeah, this ends up skipping like a minute and a half cinematic.
Yeah, because you're supposed to go into a cutscene and then it shows all the cats walking down. We're not gonna do that. This is a speedrun. We don't need to go to sleep. Oop. And so now this is gonna be an out of bounds right here that we're gonna do.
Yeah, normally what the game does is it actually... I'm pretty sure haven't confirmed.
We fell.
Oh, fell out.
So that's okay.
But yeah, normally I believe the game spawns 2 cats. It teleports the controlled cat to the pipe for when the camera pans to that part of the cinematic. And it has a separate cat that just kind of like wakes up and looks over the ledge. And
There we go. We did not fall to our
Nice.
death this time. Ta-da! Now we skipped that entire whole cutscene part. We were supposed to be down there with our friends, but we just fell out of bounds to get there. And so here we are now. We're free to continue. This is what you would normally do if you were playing the game. You'd be able to run through this whole part.
yeah, we got a nice peaceful opening before the scene of sadness.
Yes, there is the really sad cutscene. We can't skip that one yet. Maybe one day. Unfortunately, we do have the really sad cutscene, though.
So I hear there's a donation link. If you click on that, you can skip as viewers. watching the cinematic, and you won't be any the wiser because you'll be busy inputting your info for a donation.
Exclamation point donate. Head on over there. Now's a perfect time. It's the viewer skip. Alright, we are coming up on it. Our friends are gonna reappear here for this cutscene. Because actually, they're kind of like following us this whole way, but we're going so fast that you can't see them.
They still follow you with the skip?
Yeah, I think they do. Maybe they don't. I haven't thought about that.
I've never seen anyone pan the camera back after doing the skip.
I just assumed that they did, but you know what? Maybe they don't. Who knows?
They could very well just be frozen in time at the beginning of the map.
Maybe they aren't following us. We're truly alone.
Nothing to see here.
It's fine. It's okay. The cat has magic saliva. It fixes everything. Cats are just magic. That's what it is.
They really are.
Lorinda, thank you for the good luck.
Another great stray runner.
Yeah, Lorinda was supposed to be with us, but had some last minute commitments come up, so it's okay. Next time I run this at a marathon. That just means you all have to come back for the next time too to see the next performance.
So yeah, here we get a little glimpse of something.
Something.
Something. Some pizza pockets. Yeah, that's what they are. They have those out of Canada, right? It's not just a Canadian thing.
Yeah.
Like McCain pizza pockets.
Okay. So see, this is the magic saliva. My cat is in the background. Have you guys seen like the buttons for animals to press to ask for things? Like we have word buttons for our cats. She's pressing catnip over and over again.
Nice. I've got one kind of sleeping behind me. The other one's somewhere else. Hopefully she doesn't decide she wants out, and it's like I told her, and you're stuck in here now.
Yeah, you've made your decision. Okay, so anyways, we are going... So, if you missed the cutscene, but want to know generally what happened, our cat protagonist fell into this old abandoned city, and so that's what's going on here. And this game is really cool because you play as a cat, and you do cat-like things. Like, you don't play as a cat that's doing, like, human stuff. This cat does cat things. You knock stuff over, you meow. And sometimes it's useful, like right now.
Yeah, they did an excellent job at mimicking cat behavior. Here we got... Oh,
I didn't get the...
Didn't get it. Was going for another skip. You can use the collision on that paint can to push yourself off and just avoid having to jump down after it. Small
Saves a
skip,
little bit of time, yeah. It's funny, too, to watch the cat just, like, drop.
But yeah, they did an excellent job of just, like, mimicking a cat's movements and behaviors and really, like, capture playing as a cat. Yet still having this surreal, awesome adventure happen that the cat goes through.
And so now we're gonna see the enemies a little bit closer up. You've kind of seen glimpses of them. These are the Zerks. Some people think they're cute. But they're kind of terrifying.
I mean, you're on PC. You get to shake them off super easy.
Yeah, that's true. So on PC, the keybinds that you use are really important, and so the fact that we have a scroll wheel is really important specifically. So if you notice that I'm meowing a lot, that's because my scroll up is bound to meow so that I can just shake these guys off instantly. Because what happens is they cling on to you, and if they stay long enough, then they'll kill you. But we don't.
So PC binds both dialogue skipping and the meow too, which shakes off the Zerks to their scroll wheel, which allows them to get in multiple inputs extremely fast. If you're playing this just with conventional controls or on a controller, you have to just spam like crazy and avoid them as much as possible.
Yes, you'll be button mashing a lot. That's okay, we survived that. All the Zerks are gone for now. Now we have this platforming part.
I've always found that this level reminds me a lot of Inside, both in like the just like atmosphere of it and the music that plays. I don't know if I'm alone in that. I don't know if anyone else played the game Inside, but
Oh, I didn't play it.
Just really gives me vibes of that game for some reason.
You'll notice that you can't just jump anywhere in this game. You only can jump when there's a prompt. Which I guess was to minimize glitchiness, but don't worry, there's still glitches, guys.
Could you imagine the skips we could find if we had a
Just
free jump?
Oh my god. There's still some places where you can jump out of bounds even when it gives you the prompt. Just not maybe useful places, but I've gotten soft locked out of bounds before. So this section's all about optimizing our jumps. There's lots of different paths you can take, so you want to make sure to take the fastest.
Yeah, and that's what I'm used to as a glitchless runner. It's all about the optimization and getting the jumps you want versus
that.
Things like that. Yeah.
Sometimes you can't even see a jump prompt and the cat's like, oh, you wanted this one, right? But coming up, we get to type on a keyboard. It's a very cat activity. Oop, that's a wall.
All right, you got to get some nodders from the camera. Give us a meow.
A meow?
Yeah. There
Oh,
we
I
go.
didn't know that did that. Holy cow!
Oh, I discovered it on like the first camera on my casual playthrough and just couldn't stop. Every time I saw a
Wait.
camera, I was meowing like crazy at. I even have the split named Nodders on my splits.
I didn't
just
know
because,
it did that.
because
That's
I do that.
amazing. Do all of them do it or just that one?
All of them.
Oh my gosh. Wait, how did I miss this?
Yeah, it's your first indication of what we're going to be exposed to shortly in a cutscene is that B12 is watching you and directing you to come here.
I did those. They didn't even hate me this time. Some of these things are really slippery when you're trying to get the cat to place stuff in very precise locations.
Yeah, those prompts can be so uncooperative.
Alright, this is B12, as we're about to discover. We gotta wake him up.
So we'll skip all the dialogue here really fast, but this is B12. As far as we know at the moment, it's some AI that was trapped in the computer, but had access to all the cameras and that, and when it saw the cat, and creature that it hadn't seen for some time in the city, it knew it had to make contact. And if you watch, there's a lot of environmental storytelling along the way we took here. If you meow, there's lights that will light up and kind of direct you where you should be going. There's a few TVs that have arrows on them and will react to you. And as we showed there, the cameras, when you meow at them, they'll kind of just like Yeah, hi. Yeah. I'm watching you. I see you. So B12 just kind of introduces themselves and just like, hey, come with me. I could use your help.
This is the best part.
Yeah, if you've ever put a harness on a cat,
It's realistic.
yeah, again, the devs did such a phenomenal job of capturing just the essence of a cat in a game.
Luckily, this code's always the same.
I know. Could you imagine if the codes were RNG?
If you had to go and find them every time. There we go.
What, it'd only be, what, 10,000 possible permutations? You could guess that.
Just guess.
I think my math's on those, right? 10 times 10 times 10 times 10?
I'll trust you on that. My
Wait,
brain has too many things that are going on at this point.
Is there a 0 on the pad? It might actually be less.
Yeah, there's a 0. I think. Now I'm doubting myself. Pretty sure there's a 0.
Yeah, I'm like, I run glitches. We only need 2 codes, and neither of them have a 0. So I'm like, is there a 0? It's been so long since I did all the other codes in the game.
None of the codes have a 0.
None of them do? Okay.
No.
So is there a 0?
Is there a 0? Who knows? We'll find out next time. Alright, now we get to meet the robots. So they're all terrified of us. We are a very scary cat.
Yeah, and their eyes were small and orange, kind of like the pizza pockets. I mean, Zerks. So, their initial reaction is to run in terror.
And so I did do a little bit of a glitch here. This doesn't save time, but it's fun. If you look at the ground right before this cutscene, it makes it so that the guardian here, this guy crouched down, he's supposed to be closing the door right now, but actually we got him to close the door earlier, and so now you can make him smile if you meow. He's supposed to be in like cutscene mode right now, but if he closes the door early, he gets out of the cutscene mode and he'll smile at you.
I never realized that was a glitch. That's just something that happens naturally and runs for me. So
I think it can just happen, and then it increases the chances of it happening if you look at the ground. So I don't think anybody would count it as a glitch for like glitchless purposes, because like it can also just happen, and it doesn't save any time.
But yeah, those guardian smiles are well worth it. So yeah, we speak to the guardian. He is kind of the protector of this little settlement, and he determines that we're not a Zerk. Doesn't know exactly what we are, but we're not a Zerk, and he's gonna take a risk on trusting us so long as we don't eat anyone.
I mean, cats are determined, but I think eating an entire robot would be hard for even a cat. Also not very good for the cat.
One of ours would definitely try it.
That was a little bit of a glitch to get through that door. But we're coming up on the biggest glitch. Which is sleep paralysis. And why is it called sleep paralysis? There are so many reasons. There's a bed. We're using a bed to do it. There's also the fact that the team that designed the glitch, that worked on cracking this glitch, stayed up so long that they, maybe were hallucinating things, I don't know. But anyways, this glitch is really precise because it comes down to subpixels, not just pixels, but subpixels. But there we go! There's also the fact that the cat maybe looks like a sleep paralysis demon. So what I was doing there, I was looking for certain movement from the cat to know that I'm on the right subpixel, and then we go through the walls and stuff. and the floor and everything else.
So yeah, in a standard unrestricted run, this would skip a huge portion of the game, period. It skips 2 entire chapters, plus like half of another one.
Yeah. Right. No, I fell through. That's okay. We'll just have to do it again. Unfortunately, to get back inbounds, you have to fall specifically on the spots that are solid, and so sometimes you get too close to the edge and then you fall through, but we'll just do it again. You guys get to see it a second time. And yeah, so it skips huge amounts. In 100% unrestricted, we are going to go back to some of the chapters that we skipped, actually all of the chapters that we skipped, but we're not going to do the whole chapter because now we've already finished it technically. Because this gets us from the slums, the first slums chapter, all the way to the sewers.
So actually, I guess, yeah, there's slums too, so it skips 3 full chapters. Because it would skip rooftops, slums 2, and dead end.
And so here we go again. You have to run through here because you have to hit the trigger to load this area. This should be good. And you actually don't want to fall too soon because you'll fall through because, oops, I don't think that's saved. You'll fall through because it deloads. There we go. That was beautiful. Quit. And so now we've unlocked everything up to sewers. And so we're just going to kind of do things in the wrong order.
Yeah, so the game registers, once you've hit that point, it registers that you've gone through the previous chapters, which opens them up in chapter select that you can actually go back to those chapters, but all of the progression triggers are all complete. So you don't actually have to go through any story beats that tie you up and slow you down. You can just free roam those chapters.
Yep. Although actually for this first chapter, we are going to do the whole chapter. Just because it's faster that way, because the last memory is at the end. Oh, I didn't even talk about what makes this 100%. We're collecting all 27 memories and all 6 badges. That's our definition of 100% here. So, the memories are B12's memories of like what happened here. And the badges are just things you get for helping people. We're helpful here.
Yeah, so as we collect the memories, B12 starts to recall. B12 had been stuck in that computer system for several hundred years at this point.
Yeah.
So kind of lost touch with like everything by that, just left to their own devices, stuck in there. So as we explore with B12's starting to collect some memories and remember little bits of what happened as it gets revealed. Humanity has long died off. The robots that are left behind were servers of the humans. They just helped with like cleaning and, you know, general tasks and that for the humans. And when the humans died off, they actually had a good relationship with the humans as robot AIs and took upon themselves to kind of mimic human behavior. Which is why they all speak act very human-like and do human-type things that don't make sense for a robot to do.
Yeah, like they have a whole cuisine, they have... Honestly, I'm impressed by like the ways that they made these robots seem human, like their body language and stuff. It's so cool.
This is part of why I call them pizza pockets is this level. And it just looks like if you left one in the microwave for too long.
It exploded. They do explode. Actually, you'll be able to see a little bit of what happens when you shine a light on them. Just for like a little bit of the run, they do explode.
They do. Then there was also a sign on our way here that actually is for like a pizza place. It says pizza in the robot language.
Oh.
So yeah, the characters that pop up at the beginning of chapters and on some of the signs and that is actually decipherable. There's a whole alphabet key for them. So you actually can read everything.
I know I said that Jolene was going to do the speedrun. Jolene is my cat. She did take my chair about half an hour before the speedrun started. She decided it was her chair and that she was going to do the speedrun. But she's the one that's in the back mashing the catnip button, so she decided she had more important things to do than this speedrun. And this is why you can't rely on cats to do your speedrun marathons.
I mean, catnip is pretty important.
Yeah, it is. I can't really fault her there. But that's why I'm the one here. That's why she's not here. We're coming up on another skip that's just kind of silly. So an elevator's coming down. But we don't need the elevator. We just need it to come down. There we go. Cats can just walk up vertical walls, didn't you know?
I mean, pretty much. So here we were, in terms of the story, powering up a communications tower for Momo to help us communicate with the upper levels in this walled-off city that doesn't really have access to contact some of his old group that's been trying to get to the outside, because again, they're mimicking human behaviors and they know that there should be something beyond what they can see in this walled off city.
Honestly, I think as a glitchless runner you know more about the lore than I do. Even running 100%, I don't remember this stuff. I'm like, well, we have to go and do this thing in rooftops, but I don't really know why.
I mean, in the run, we still don't really get any of the story. We still skip it all the dialogue, but yeah.
Right.
We at least go through it all in sequence, I suppose.
Yeah, you get it in the right order. It makes a little more sense.
Yes.
But now we're back in slums. Gotta clean. It's very important for cats to clean. Especially after being in a bucket. So in slums, this is where we have to collect a whole bunch of stuff. Because, like I said, we have to get all the memories. I guess, first of all, anytime you see, like, the glowing blue thing, that's a memory. That's why I go up to all these things and interact with them. Those are the memories. But in slums, specifically, we have to collect a bunch of music sheets. Because one of the badges is for giving our friend, the guitar player, all of the music that's available in this level.
Yeah, there's, what, 6? 8?
8. Yeah, 8.
8. Again, it's been so long since I've done them.
Yeah, you're probably better off not doing them. This is like the biggest collection part of 100% is getting all of these. For sure.
Yeah, slums is more of a, I wouldn't necessarily call it open world, but it's more of an open world style hub area where you got a bit more free roam. It's not as linear. There's lots of optional collectibles you can do, interactions. So with that, there's a lot of collectible stuff scattered throughout the entire level.
You actually come back to slums twice. Like, we were in slums before and then we're in it again, and you can do any of these things at any time in slums, so that's why it's kind of open world, but also, like, not completely. But there's some flexibility with what you do here. Which is why we can just do sleep paralysis and skip the entirety of Slums 1 and then come back for the rest of it.
Indeed.
Alright, there's this music sheet up here that is the one that I am most likely to forget, so I'm going to get it right now. Can't forget it now.
But this one and the one in Clem's old apartment here are, like, the two best.
Well, see, as a 100% player, I don't
Yeah,
listen to them.
we don't listen to the music in runs, unfortunately.
I
But
don't remember most of them except for.
if you're doing them casually, the one in that apartment and the one just outside on that table are like the two best songs that the guitar player will play for you.
Which one's the one that's just junk? Is it the one that you have to buy?
No, I don't think it's the one you buy. I can't remember where all the other ones are. It might be
Is
the
it
one in the
Elliot's?
bar.
Oh, the bar. Who knows? I didn't match them all to where they came from is the problem. Anyways, we're in the bar now. Speaking of the one in the bar.
This is my favorite memory. It's a bowl with sticks of ram in it, you know? Ramen.
Wouldn't you like a tasty bowl of ram? This is what robots eat, guys. The other thing you'll see me collecting is these energy drinks. That's because this is currency here. But let's take a look at this number pad since we were debating it earlier. Oh no.
There's no
no zero. Stokely was right. Again, we're lucky that codes don't change because you're supposed to like go and find somebody who can decipher that code. But we don't have to. This is the only song you're gonna hear him play.
I believe you can knock the picture off the wall to look at the code without actually having Elliot decipher it. It just gives you the clue where to find it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Alright, so it'd only be 6,561 permutations.
Those are really good odds for my speedrun. You can actually get the basketball into that bucket. I didn't get it there. I tried. We'll have another attempt. I'll try again.
I debated, just for the fun of it, even though it's not a category, like routing like the actual like all achievements or platinum run, and you would actually have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I decided against doing that.
That sounds painful, actually, to have to do that. So what I just did is I reloaded the checkpoint because we're gonna try for a basket again. But like I said, energy drinks are currency. No, I didn't get it. Energy drinks are currency, and if you buy, that was a memory that we bought the first time. If you spend 3 to buy the memory, and then you go back, or then you reload the checkpoint, you still have the memory, but you also have the energy drink back. So you could just use that to, I guess you're scamming the guy selling you stuff, because you already have the thing, but you still have the energy drinks, and then you buy the other thing. So, I'm sorry, shopkeeper.
I mean, honestly, what is he gonna do with those energy drinks?
That's the question. Like, what does a robot do with energy drinks? Anyways, this is gonna be me resetting checkpoint a lot because every time I give him a song, he's supposed to play the whole thing, but that's slow. So we're just gonna skip it, and instead you get a black screen, which is much less interesting. Ooh.
Yeah, but some of those songs take what, like 30 seconds to a minute before he actually like finishes, and you can get the next one if you were to play them.
So this is much faster. You'll just have to trust us that these are beautiful songs that are definitely worth listening to.
2 of them definitely are. And then there's that 44 notes one that's just literally just like random notes.
Yep. And he faithfully plays it.
He does. I'm not sure I would call it a song, but it's there.
Nope, wrong item. Nope, don't want to do that one. Thanks. Not random notes, it's beautiful. It's music. Alright, we got the badge.
How I played piano when I was a kid. We'd go over to someone's house that had a piano all the time, and I wanted to play on it, and that's literally all I did, is just press random keys. In my
it's
little
a masterpiece.
My little brain, it sounded good.
All right, so we didn't finish the rest of that chapter. We just gave him all the music sheets and left. And now we're in a part that will make no sense because we've actually done none of the plot so far. But here we are.
Yeah, so for the plot, normally we would go through the first part of slums. We go to the rooftops. We'd come back, and Momo would let us know that we need a little bit more help. We need Doc, who's gone out on his own. So we talk to his son, Seamus, who are also work as a nice Back to the Future Easter egg. So Seamus is dressed up as Marty McFly, and Doc is, well, very obviously the Doc. As you'll get to see, because we do have to go into the apartment for one of the memories.
Yep.
But yeah, we go through here. He's gonna introduce us to a piece of his technology, which will allow us to over-nuke our pizza pockets that are trying to attack us.
That's such a good way of describing it. Not the pizza pockets. They always send the cat out to do dangerous stuff because we can just like run through all the Zerks, but they would just attack the robots and kill them instantly.
Yeah. So the lore behind the Zerks is they're a mutation of bacteria that the humans had developed because they were stuck in this walled-off city from some unknown plague or disease. Then their trash just started to accumulate, of course, being stuck in a small confined area for so many years, that they developed a bacteria to eat all the trash, and they just mutated to become the Zerks, which will just go and try to eat anything that moves.
Magic cat saliva added again. All better. Oh, see? I don't understand how it finds the jump points sometimes.
Yes, they can be really frustrating.
Anyways, we're safe from the Zergs temporarily. We're about to meet Doc, but there's this one thing back here. Okay. My game has a really hard time with this area in terms of like frames. I don't know if that's on all the systems or...
No, the only dip I get is in the at the end of factory there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when you grab the cell.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, this is Doc.
So we're gonna grab his defluxer, which of course leans into that Back to the Future reference, you know, the flux capacitor.
And we're gonna cook those pizza pockets. I don't know, what is that supposed to be that the mannequin's holding? Because it looked like a pizza box to me.
It is a pizza box, but it's like a shield. It's a kids play type memory, talking about children and playing and stuff.
There we go. Now we're done with Doc. We do have the defluxer though. And now we're on to sewers. So this is the end of the stuff that we skipped using the sleep paralysis glitch at this point. We're going to be going through the levels from top to bottom mostly. I mean, there's skips, but no more of the out of order stuff.
Yeah, so normally we get all that from Doc, and we reunite with Momo here on his raft and go to make our way up to the upper levels of the city with him, now that we have a weapon to defend ourselves to get through the sewers, because the sewers are exceptionally infested with Zergs.
So of course you send the cat in with a flashlight. This is the deflexor. It's purple.
I mean, which is nice contrast against the green water.
Yeah.
Purple and green go so well together for some reason.
Yeah. I like what it does to Momo's face. Like, it makes the colors different. If you use it too much, though, B12 burns out, so you don't have infinite Zerk killing potential. But this part is quite auto-scrolling. And we're about to come up to the first action.
Yeah, the second part of the raft ride makes for a very dicey gamble on a quick restroom break in the run.
Right.
I've done it a few
You've done
times,
it?
and I've come back like, oh, that was cutting it. I might have lost time there.
All right, I'll cook some pizza pockets here for you guys. There we go. So yeah, they pop up and explode when you shine the light on them.
And I gotta say, I love the soundtrack for this game. It's sewers, all the tracks in the sewers. So good.
Yeah, this game has some great music. But yeah, I did see the question earlier about my pin. It's just that there wasn't like a lot of time to talk about it. So this is this is them prompting me to talk about this. It says fair UC now, and that's because I'm an academic worker at a University of California school, and we've been on strike for 3 weeks now, about to go into our 4th week. So I'm not on the picket line today. I'm here doing this run, but we're striking for fair wages because of the unfair labor practices that UC has been using. And so if you want to find out more, there's lots of information at the Fair UC Now site.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, thank you guys for letting me wear this pin for this. And so now we get to a part where we actually get to do something again. Yeah, that's true. I have been playing the French horn at the picket line. There's like a trumpet player. It's been pretty cool, actually. Yeah, thank you for posting that link. I don't know how far it's getting in like the general media. Obviously, it's been covered in like California and stuff, but I don't know what in other parts of the country or internationally.
Can't say I've heard anything up here, but I tend not to watch much news, so.
Yeah, watching the news is dicey just because
misinformation and
misinformation.
Just, the depressive cycle that you can get yourself caught in.
Yeah, definitely.
I get enough doom scrolling off Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, Twitter could be its own conversation.
Oh god, yeah. Anyway, to Pizza Pocket Land.
Anyways, you guys want some more pizza pockets? Sewers? We will have another skip in sewers, actually. I was gonna say we don't have that much that we do in sewers, but there's a skip. But a lot of this is about not getting killed by the Zerks. Even with, like, the scroll wheel to shake them off and stuff, sometimes you can just not quite be fast enough if you get enough of them on you.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Zerks. Like, you need to get them off super fast. If they're on you for more than a second, your movement speed drops exponentially, and then more and more get on you, and sometimes you just can't shake them off until they've done enough damage.
Yep. Also, the other thing about PC controls is that I have the help button bound to my scroll wheel. Sometimes my mouse just decides that I like jiggled it in the right way and it's gonna open the help dialogue, and then a Zerk attaches to me, and then like B12 is talking to me as it kills me. I'm like, B12, you're just gonna sit there while I die?
Yeah, if only B12 could turn on the deflexor on their own without you calling for it.
Yeah. You guys want to see some creepy highs? That's what we're gonna do next. Sewers is the creepiest part, definitely.
Oh, I named this split Resident Evil.
There they are. We're gonna turn away. You don't have to stare at them, don't worry. And now we're gonna come up on another skip called Water Run. Which is, it allows us to, well, run in the water. We're gonna actually run on the floor of this water area, but we can also skip some more cutscenes later. Actually, the creepiest cutscene. We're gonna skip the creepiest cutscene, where the giant eyes try to kill you. But first I have to get Water Run. And basically what's happening with Water Run, the reason that it works... Oh, no, that won't work. Oh, hello. Okay. That really won't work. The reason that Water Run works is, there's a probe that checks at all times if the cat is on the ground or not. And so what we're doing is getting that probe stuck in a position where the cat can just, run on things it's not supposed to run on. So here we are. We're under the water. Now we want to get through this wall here. Oh, so close. There we go. Awesome. Not quite. There we go. Oh. And now we're through the door. But more importantly, more important than getting through that door, is the fact that we can skip this cutscene up here. That's what saves the most time.
Yeah, normally you'd get introduced to a giant eyeball here, and a whole mess of Zerks would attack and overwhelm the cat. B12 comes to your rescue, but completely fries its circus and ruins the defluxor in the process, but did enough work that the cat could recover, grab B12, and book it to get out of here.
Except we did the skip, so we still have the defluxor. Take that, Zerks. What's supposed to be happening here, the cat would be holding B12 in its mouth. But no. Actually, there's the music's not right either. There should be scary music happening, and there's just
there's supposed to be some really intense music for this.
It's just a casual walk instead of, running for your life now. Oh, there's the music.
Oh, there we go.
But the game still, does what it's supposed to, which is B12's, dead on the ground, even though he wasn't. It's fine. Yeah, the unsettlingly quiet chase scene. Honestly, it might be creepier to not have any music, because it's oh no, what's gonna happen now?
Oh yeah, silence can definitely... I run Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and there's one part in that where the music cuts out before a big reveal, and it's just so well executed for the atmosphere of setting you up. It's had they put music there, it wouldn't have the same impact. But here, in terms of the game's story again, we get the big reveal. We find a similar pod as to what was in the apartment where we first met B12. And B12 comes to a revelation that they're not actually an AI. They were a scientist, a human scientist. And towards the end of everyone dying off and their own life span coming to an end, they uploaded their consciousness into the computer.
And I'm gonna actually be doing a new route here. I recently routed this version that uses a cutscene skip here, so we saw the cutscene originally. But what's supposed to happen is that B12 is so disturbed by this that you can't do anything until you go and talk to Baltazar, because B12 is kind of like coming to terms with this huge realization. And so that means you can't pick up items, you can't talk to people, you can only like go up and talk to Baltazar. So all the stuff that you want to do at the bottom, you can't do. So instead of that, what I did was we watched that first cutscene, and then I restarted the chapter so that B12 was working again, and used a cutscene skip. And that's why it's important that I have the help button bound to my scroll wheel, because what happens is if you open the help box at the same time that you enter a cutscene trigger, you'll get the help dialogue instead of the cutscene. So we just skipped B12's existential crisis, actually, the second time around.
I wish I could skip my own.
Just open the help dialogue at the same time, you'd have it. If only that worked.
If only.
I actually you have to sit here and do a few different dialogues so it doesn't soft lock, but here we go. This is Baltazar, this is who we were supposed to talk to.
Yeah, this is another one of Momo's group. They were called the Outsiders, again, trying to find a way to get outside the city.
And Baltazar is meditating, I think.
Yeah, they just kind of ended up here and decided to just live in a meditative trance, basically. But they'll still take enough time to help us on our way and direct us where we need to go to meet up with another member of their group.
Please, cat. I don't want to jump in the bucket because the bucket will take me back down. But the cat doesn't want to jump on the ladder, so here we are. It's a very cat thing.
Very cat thing.
And so here we had to bring Malo all the flowers because they need them for their garden. And then we get a badge. And that is our third badge? Third. I think it's our third badge. Because we got one from Seamus when we went to go find Doc. He just handed it to us.
Yeah, you get one just from pure story progression.
And you can see the badges on the cat's harness. Like, you can see which ones we have. The music one's just really hard to see because it's black and the harness is black and you just can't see it. If you play any percent, you get to skip like all these cutscenes, doing the exact same thing that I did in Ant Village just now, where you open help at the same time as the cutscene. The problem is that for 100%, if you did that, you'd skip a lot of memories, and that would be a problem. You would not have 100%.
Yeah, there's 5 of these conversations you have with B12 that are a mini cinematic, kind of, where you get a memory from them that are just part of the story progression. Then there's all the ones that you optionally collect.
Yeah, and what that also means is that since you skip all of this in the any percent is also low percent. Like you get no memories and no badges in any percent, which is pretty cool actually. That's like how far we brought the any percent unrestricted runs.
Yeah, which will be at AGDQ.
Yeah.
And I will be commentating for that one as well.
Oh, you are? That's awesome.
Yeah, Aram. I know Aram's really well. He's a Uncharted god as well. He's not just good at this game. He's an Uncharted god, and I'm active with a lot of the Uncharted and Last of Us runners.
Well, good luck with that. It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, it's exciting to get to at least see the game get shown off for the big stage like that.
Yeah. Alright, this is another skip here. There we go! Okay. Actually, I wasn't expecting to get it first try. I was expecting to explain it a little more.
That is actually the first time I've seen that setup for it, so...
Yeah, so there's a new setup. There used to be, just like the YOLO strat was to throw yourself at the grate and do a really fast spin, which is fun to watch. Like, you just see the cat, like, spinning in circles. It's fun to watch, but not super consistent. So that's a newer setup that doesn't require so much spamming and so much hoping. Where if you like line up parallel to the grate and then do a turn, you can have just like a moment to get that prompt. You're supposed to be on the inside of that shop to be able to get that prompt.
Yeah, so normally you go and wake up a worker that's supposed to be hauling boxes into that shop, and you jump into a box and have him take you in there because the shopkeeper just shoos you away and doesn't want you inside their shop. But that allows you, there's that little grate where you can open it once you're inside to leave. It allows you to just get the prompt from the outside and open that up and be able to enter the shop without needing to do any of that. And here we meet Clem. Clem against the machine.
So she's gonna tell us what we need to do next. She needs our help. Everybody needs our help. Nobody can do stuff without us. They need a small cat to do things.
Yeah. Although Clem's feisty. Clem would totally join you on the picket line.
True. I am breaking these cameras on purpose. We have to break... Oh. See, that's what I mean. Sometimes help accidentally opens. We have to break all these cameras so that these robots can dance.
Yeah, they're kind of in a surveillance state in this settlement called Uptown. They have 3 cameras there that are watching them, and they're not allowed to dance and jam out for some reason. So we rip down all the cameras so that they can just chill, and they give us a tape.
Oh, it's trying to give me the... It's being annoying with the menus. There we go. Loud music warning. Sorry, I should have said that beforehand. The whole point of that scene is loud music. It's loud on purpose. Because those dancing robots gave us a mixtape, and we're going to use it to harass a shopkeeper so we can steal something.
It is. I love that you can, once you do steal the item, you can actually show it to them.
Really?
Yeah.
What do they say?
They're just like, hey, that looks like something I sell. Wait. And that's where the dialogue ends. It's just like, they don't do anything about it. They just like kind of recognize it, and they're like, wait a second.
Wait a minute. And here's where... Okay, come on. Do you see, like, there's the prompt down here, and it's like, oh, you want to go up again? That's okay. So we need this. The reason that we need the worker jacket and the worker helmet is so that we can sneak somebody into the factory. Who's gonna sneak us into the factory? This is Blazer. And then they have us turn around so that he can put it on, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you can't watch a robot take off their vest, okay? That's a little too much.
Do all the robots even wear clothes? Like, aren't there naked robots around?
There totally is.
So anyways, we're in the box. That's the other awesome thing. You get to sit in boxes. Like, there's so many cat activities you can do. You can knock things over, you can break things, you can type on keyboards, you can sit in boxes, you can run from lasers. You don't want to run to the lasers, they will kill you. We're about to see the lasers. These flying robots called Sentinels are brutal. They're like the police surveillance.
Yeah. Little surveillance drones.
And those bolts that they shoot are scary. They will, like, one shot and you're dead. And so most of this relies on being so fast that they don't follow. Doesn't always work, but we're gonna hope. Oh, that one might see me. Oh, we're good. Okay. So I had to grab those keys for a badge.
Don't go with the meow strat at all to help avoid the follows.
Oh, I forgot about that. I saw it in the Discord and then I did. Oh no! I'm gonna die. Don't murder me, please. Yeah, leave me alone. Hey, I'm surprised I'm still alive.
Save.
I am so
The
surprised.
save. Get some claps in chat for that.
That was scary. Okay, well we're still alive. Watch me die somewhere stupid now. Anyways, I'm gonna hope these don't follow too. You're right, I forgot about the meow strat. I think I saw it at a time when I like wasn't actively running it and then I forgot.
Yeah, for the jail, there's the one that I definitely make use of. I use it here, but I don't really feel it's needed. It's just like an additional safety measure. But I definitely use it in the jail on the one on the way to the lever.
Oh, yeah.
Just allows you to take a much more direct line.
Nope, didn't want to jump. Turn that off. So what you're supposed to be doing here is putting... These are like pressure pads that you need to press on to get the battery in a position where you can reach it. But we're not going to do all of them. We're going to do a little bit of a skip here. Because you're supposed to use the barrel for the last one. But we're going to use the barrel to get the battery faster. Just like that.
Nice.
Somebody, I think, just discovered this in their casual playthrough. They were like, no, I will do it this way. And it worked.
It's a very small time save, though.
Yeah, it is. If you mess it up, then at that point it's not really a time save.
Yeah,
but it's fun.
I experimented with it, pulled it off, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm not going to use it.
Yeah. Okay. So now... Wait, sorry. Okay, I have a few more memories to get here. But now, we are going to head back to Clem's place. First, a few detours, though. Because what Clem asked us to do was get that battery, and we've got the battery now. So we have to go give it back to her.
And the whole point behind getting this battery is, as we came into this area, we were at a subway station there. And we need that to get the subway to get to another settlement that's closer to the gates to get out of this city, which was the whole point of what the cat wants to do and what the Outsiders group were striving for.
We don't know what the cat's thinking the whole time. Maybe the cat's just like, just want to get out of here. Why am I helping these people?
I love how that's the only thing that's not very cat-like. The cat's just like, yeah, sure, I'll do all these things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you want me to get the keys and bring them to you? Yeah, I could do that. Like, the cat would act like a real cat would take the keys and like leave.
Bat them around a bit.
Yeah.
Lose them under something, and then just get distracted by something else.
Uh-huh.
Go take a nap.
Also, there's a lot of string here. The cat would not leave the string on the wall. Okay, so Clem's not here. You might have noticed that Clem is not here. So she left clues around her place to where she is. We have to go and find all the clues so that we know where she is. They're just attached to random objects around here. The cat would have a field day in here. Like, everything would be knocked over. Do not. Okay.
And there's a nice cozy nap spot in Clem's place, too.
Yeah.
Best
One of my
nap spot.
favorite nap spots.
I totally did a, 15-minute capture of that nap spot for my end stream screen.
Oh, that is so perfect. Yeah, so if you haven't played the game, you're a cat, so you can just take a nap places.
Yeah, every level has at least one nap spot, I believe, except for the final.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be sleeping in the control room. That's not a cozy place. This is a nap spot, too.
Yeah. I guess the intro doesn't either, other than the forced one for the
forced
cinematic
one.
at the beginning.
Right. Okay, so coming up right now, this is going to be a wrong warp, actually. So I'm going to jump in this window, but not actually get out of the window. I'm just going to jump in and then reload the checkpoint. And first it's going to take us back to Clem's apartment, but the second time I reload the checkpoint, it's going to take us back to Club. That window that I just jumped on was the window to get into the club, and it's going to take us back there. And we're going to be inside. And that's important for setting up a later skip. Because there is one memory in club that we have to get. Once we get through the loading screen. Club is actually really cool. I wish we got to spend more time here. Unfortunately, when you do the wrong warp, you don't get the cool music. Because there's some pretty awesome music here. It's just silent. But we want to get this. And then the whole reason that we're doing this is because you saw me talk to the guy to jump into the window. We're going to go back and talk to him again. And get back in the window. And that's important because you're not supposed to be able to jump in the window from the inside of club. You're not supposed to be able to get back into that window. Because once you're in club, the entire outside around us is supposed to be gone. Like, it deloads.
Yeah, so normally when you jump in after he lets you in here, he closes the window behind you.
Oh, you saw the prompt there for a second. It's hard to get to because, again, you're not supposed to. Oh, no! That's okay. I'll just reload the save. Give me one moment. There we go. So we're gonna do that again. Just reloading that checkpoint. Because if you can get back outside, then all of Midtown's gone. And B12's like, let's get to the nightclub. Well, we're already in the nightclub, B12. I hate to break it to you. There we go. And so now everything's gone. And actually, watch the background. You'll see jail loading. Jail's the next level, and you'll see it loading there.
Yeah, it's nice how it just like plops the level right below you.
Yep, it's right here. We were supposed to get captured and thrown in jail. Like, there's a cutscene at the end of Club where you get captured and thrown in jail.
Yeah, so Blazer ends up betraying us and turns Clem and the cat over to the authorities for Midtown.
And also takes B12 away from us. We're not supposed to have B12 right now.
Yeah. B12's supposed to be locked up under surveillance in a different spot in the jail.
And so because we don't have B12, it means we can't talk to anybody, because the whole thing is that B12's like translating for you. I don't know how the cat understands. that is the thing that doesn't quite make total sense, is like, alright, B12's translating it into what, English for the cat, or what? What's going on with this translation here?
I mean, I would assume like it's put in English for our sake, but
translated into cat.
Yeah, the idea is B12 somehow knows how to communicate in a language a cat speaks, with all the future knowledge technology that is at their disposal.
Jolene, where'd you go? My cat was just here. I was gonna say, Jolene, can you understand this? I need a cat translator. I think we all need cat translators, right?
We do. The teacup's not being any help behind me.
Oh yeah, Goggles is back there, showed himself off. That's a power move. He's sleeping during the speedrun. He's like, I don't have to do anything. I can just sit here and look cute. So anyways, right here we're waiting for Clem to catch up to us, because she is slow. I mean, she's being cautious. I guess I can't blame her for being slow, but... Come on, I'm speedrunning. And so this is the whole part that doesn't make sense, because we still have B12 on our back. But also B12 is down there. And the game doesn't recognize that we already have B12, like you can't just continue, you do have to rescue B12. But because we're not supposed to have B12, we can't talk to Clem, it's just like gesturing.
But somehow they still are able to understand each other.
Yeah, I think that this cat has evolved further. This cat
Just-
knows things.
Just knows what needs to be done.
This part, the part that we just got through, you can soft lock there, not necessarily because you did anything wrong. Sometimes Clem just like gets stuck.
Yeah, it's so weird.
But we're safe. Nothing bad
That-
happened.
There's a few that can happen in jail.
Yeah.
The keys can just randomly like fly away when Clem goes to pick them up when you bring them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the one I use the meow strat on. Just take a
Right.
nice straight run through.
This one's in the wrong place. I guess because you could probably get a better cycle on this if you do that, huh?
Yeah, you usually are able to get a nice quick cycle.
Please don't murder me. Oh,
No,
no.
no, you're in the clear. You're clear.
So I can run during this cutscene.
Yeah, this is supposed to just be a cutscene showing what happened from pulling the lever, but you're able to move from it. So instead of having to sneak after the cutscene all the way to B12, you can just run straight to B12.
So much more convenient.
So much easier.
And now we've rescued the second B12. I wish we had two now.
That would be amazing.
Alright. Now we have to finish escaping jail.
I believe there's another soft lock there if you end up opening the door before actually finishing the dialogue with Clementine.
Yeah. Yeah, that door can be weird. There's lots of ways to soft lock in jail. It's fun.
Yeah.
And you can jump on her head early. I didn't get it there, but
Yeah, I have a setup for it, and I tried describing it to Arams, and he said it didn't really work for him, so I guess it's PS5 specific.
oh yeah.
Because, yeah, my setup for the PS5 run, unless I make a mistake, it works every time.
So right now we have to lock up all the sentinels because otherwise they'll murder Clem, and we don't want that. So we're clearing the way for her.
Yeah. Which can be a little dicey on the next part because there's two of them, and one of them doesn't like to follow properly sometimes.
Yeah, let's find out. We'll find out what happens. There is one more memory here, though. Can't forget this one.
Oh, yeah, and there's also some nice little references with some of these robots. I think the one leaning against the fence there's like AI Capone.
Oh, really? Amazing. No! Oh, okay, well, we'll do it again. Nope. That's what happens when you get hit by a laser.
Yep.
It's kind of brutal.
It is. The deaths actually are kind of, for such a nice, cute game, the deaths are kind of brutal when they happen.
I don't think I really want to know, or that one to know about me first, but alright, run, run, run. Run, run, run. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Stay in here. Okay,
Ooh.
we're safe. Everything's fine.
I'm surprised you don't go for the switches on your way in.
Yeah, I should probably practice that.
Yeah, the door closing animation and B12 actually queuing up is slow enough that they should be able to make it in. But on that section, yeah, there's the one that doesn't like to follow, and sometimes we'll get stuck outside. The door will close before they actually make it.
Yeah.
It's all about getting the further one alerted first. But
We're not driving the car, but Clem will.
so here we're getting ourselves out of the jail. Somehow, even with all the sentinels noticing us and everything, like, we haven't really caused a full alarm until we pull a lever here to open the door.
This is when they're like, oh no, somebody's escaping.
Yeah. Oh, there's a jailbreak happening.
So now they know. Now they're aware.
Got another little skip here that should pull off, where we can get onto the truck early. And that skips like another 25 seconds of running down the way after the truck, which is also a little dicey because those sentinels will shoot at you still while you're running after and can hit you again. So not only is it a nice time save, but it makes that area a lot safer.
Clem is really good at driving. I mean, to be fair, she's running away, but I think that thing was about to tip over a few times. But now she sacrifices so that we can keep going. And so now it's up to us to finally reach the control room and get out of the city.
Yeah, so the whole group that helped us along the way, the outsiders, their main goal is just to get someone out. They don't care who, they don't care if it's all of them, they just, someone needs to make it to a world beyond this walled off city. So they've accepted that, hey, if it's the cat, it's the cat. But someone has to do it.
A lot of trust to put in a cat you just met.
No kidding. Just, yeah, that was part of why Clem decided to send us through and distract the sentinels off of our trail, because Clem's just like, someone's got to do it.
And we're almost there. Now we've got this nice relaxing subway ride.
Indeed. Some cool discordant music.
I love anytime something's moving and the cat isn't. Like, you can see the cat's tail like goes sideways. It's actually really hard to see because there's no light here, but like when there is more light, like when the door opens, the cat's tail will just be like perfectly sideways. There it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then here I'm gonna go for a trick called zoomies, because this is a cat game, we have to have zoomies. It's a really easy trick. There we go. Just a little speed boost. And now comes a trick called carousel, like carousel, but we're a cat.
I would venture to say is probably one of the easiest skips. Like, you could pull this off casually at home without much practice.
Yep, you just need to spin through the wall.
Simple as that.
And now this is the very end of the game. We are there. And so this is the control room. This is where they're supposed to like be taking care of the city, but you can tell there's nobody here. But now we have all the memories, so we do get something special for that. We get to be shiny cat.
Fancy.
We're fancy for a little bit. For a few minutes, we're fancy. And this is why you too should run 100%, because you can be fancy for 2 minutes out of your hour and 20-minute run.
But they are a glorious 2 minutes.
They really are. So, being cats, obviously we have to run across these keyboards to turn things on. I actually hate these keyboards.
Better than turning them off.
Yeah, if you run over one that's already on, it turns off. It's really frustrating.
Or, you know, splitting an entire run on you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's never happened to me.
My cat has managed to turn off my PC once. That was not cool.
Damn. Yeah, I've never had that, but I've had my splits completely just get nuked mid-run on me before.
They're helping. You were done with the run, right?
Yeah, I like to make the joke that, like, yeah, I have record in this one game, but technically one of the cats beat me by, like, 45 minutes because they just ended the splits.
Splits are done. It's over. So I am moving during this cutscene here. Oh, I ended up on this. It's okay. And so the whole thing here is that we're doing cat things. We're scratching wires and stuff, and B12 is helping us to hack stuff. I don't know why it's not taking... There we go. Oh, no? Scratch. There we go.
And control room's another spot, like the jail, where we can make use of some movement in cutscenes, but it's a little tricky. You have to really have a good feel for your orientation and direction. Well, you have a weird camera angle.
Yeah. So now we're coming up on the very end. Actually, we're coming up to another sad cutscene, which is another great opportunity for you to use the viewer skip. You type in !donate and follow that link. You don't have to see the sad cutscene. Highly recommend that right now.
Indeed.
But here we go. Here we go. B12, no. I hold out hope that one day we'll be able to skip this cutscene. I don't know. Maybe that's just me lying to myself, but...
Probably the longest one in the run, too.
Yeah, it's pretty long. Which is a great time to go over there and donate, because you're not missing much. Not any of the action, at least.
Although the city opening up after this part is pretty cool.
Yeah. This is a really cool cutscene, and actually if you like stick around and just watch after the cutscene, you can see it continue to open, which is really fun. Like to see it all spread out before you. Because this is Walled City 99. It's 99, right? I hope it's 99.
I think so. That sounds right.
So that means that there are at least 98 other walled cities, but like the plan was at some point for it to open up, but then all the humans died. And so we're fulfilling that. And the sun kills all the Zerks, so everybody's safe now.
Yeah, the defluxer worked on UV light, so the UV rays from the sun also work to kill the Zerks.
And for some reason, this also saves Clem because the Sentinels just die. I don't know why. Don't question it.
that one I'm unclear on. Like, why do the Sentinels just power down?
They're just gone.
The opposite of solar powered.
Yeah, they're allergic to the sun. Oh, that's a weird camera angle. Anyways, we are about to get to the end because we're about to reach the outside. We will have completed our journey and escaped. And for some reason, the robots up here, like, this is what the robots are supposed to be doing. Like, all the robots are supposed to just be like helpers to the humans, and so all the robots in control room are still doing that, but in the city, they gain sentience. And this is it. So the time will end at the top here, like once I'm up these stairs and a cutscene starts. So that'll be now. And that's time.
GG.
There we go. We get to chill, have this nice cutscene. This is a really good cutscene to end. I'm just kind of enjoying the outside world. But thank you all. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Satori, for the awesome commentary. Don't forget to do !donate, everybody. And yeah, I'm Passere. This was Stray 100% Unrestricted. And I do stream on my channel, twitch.tv/Passere, if you want to check this out. I also stream a lot of retro games too. I'll be back tomorrow actually at this marathon with 102 Dalmatians, which is an old like PS1 Dreamcast game. But yeah. And Satori, where can they find you?
Yeah, I stream as well. You know, twitch.tv/Satori Earth. I run a whole mess of games, one of which is Stray. I do the PS5 glitchless, as well as newer Tomb Raider games, and I've been doing a new survival horror, The Chant, a lot as of late. But yeah, I've got quite an arsenal that we run through.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing commentary for this, and
Always a pleasure.
yeah, thank you everybody.
Thank you both so much. That was really great. You know, for as big as Stray has been, I have seen remarkably little of it. So this was a nice, like, little Cliff Notes version of seeing the entire game.
Yep,
So thank you so much.
You didn't get any of the dialogue, but you got some of the plot.
Dialogue's overrated. All right, well, thank you so much. I will go ahead and bring us out. Is there anything else that you would like to plug before we take it away?
I mean, if you're interested in running this game, we have a lot of great resources that were made, and so yeah, come check it out. It's a lot of fun, whether you want to do these glitches or whether you want to do glitchless. There is a speedrun achievement for the game, so you know, why not knock that speedrun achievement out and try a run Astray?
Excellent. All right, thank you both so much. We will be back in a few minutes with